So today we're going to do a bit of maintenance. So I think the first thing we're going to do is give this a bit of a clean up with some high pressure water. So that's done. So I think I might let it dry off and then we'll lube it. As I said, I've let it dry a little bit and I think I might just clean the chain up. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually drop the chain down to the lower, well, the highest gear on the smallest cog. I'm going to grab a bit of an old rag and I'm just going to, actually what I will do, I'll go backwards with the, and we'll wipe down, except for the fact I've got a little bit of cotton stuck in the, great, there we go, got rid of that, okay. So the idea is to completely and utterly clean all the dust as much as possible first before you apply the lubricant. And interesting. Okay, so I might even give the cogs a bit of a clean as much as possible. All right, derailleur seems to be free of gunk, although there's a little bit of stuff in there on these cogs. There we go. That's better. Okay. So, this is the product that I've purchased. I did some research online and it's called Rock and Roll King of Lube, or King of Lubes, I should say, Gold. Now apparently what it is, it's a cleaning solution plus there's a built-in lubricant. And what happens once you apply it, and I'll show you how we do that in a minute, it cleans the chain linkages and literally leaves a residue of some material which then apparently over time will creep into and push out the dirt in the very important parts of the links of the chain. So the idea is you put it on so you do what I just did then, you wheel the chain backwards, we apply it by going like that, and you put quite a bit on. And then once you've done that, let it sit for half an hour and then basically come back and use a clean rag and dry it all off. And then leave the bike overnight and so it allows the lubricant part to get in and push the dirt out. And then you're ready to roll. And my understanding is that this should last for several rides. So that's what I'm going to do. So here we go. I put an old rag down here just to, so if we get any of this stuff dropping off, because I'm going to put quite a bit on here, and I don't want it, I don't know how it'll affect the lawn, but what the hell. So here we go. So I've got the bottle, and we apparently just keep doing that. until the chain is wet with this cleaning lubricant. Now I've got to say it's not coming out as fast as I thought it was, which is good. You've got to squeeze it a bit. And let's have a look. Yeah, might need a bit more. Now I hope you can see what I'm doing here. Right. So the surprising thing is, I've only used that much. Can you see that? That's not bad. So I think I might actually put a bit more on, which means that, there we go. So I can give it a chance to really get in there. Okay, there we go. I'm really impressed. That's going to last. So theoretically, so if I do another 6 or 7 rides on this and then use this should last me a good 6 months. So what, $20? Yeah. So the idea now is to leave it and let it good 5-10 minutes and come back and then do what I did before with the rag, and we go around and we wipe it off and get it as dry as possible. And then we put the bike back in the shed and leave it overnight, and then when it's ready to go for a ride. While I'm waiting for the lubricant to dry, I want to point out a couple of things I've discovered about this bike. Little things which I like. First off, something I completely forgot to mention when I first bought this home. It's unique in that there are 2 holes here where you can actually buy a bike stand, and put it on the bike. And apparently that is unusual for electric mountain bikes. So there you go. The other thing that really blew my mind was this. See this? So this is what you tighten up your, the back axle with. But guess what? It's a tool. You can pull it out, and I don't know if you can see that, but actually there's two hex screws, tools, and therefore they will fit into all the different torque sections. So the bolts, for the torque, you can actually have that to torque up your bolt if you need it. And the smaller one, I haven't actually worked out what that's there for yet. No, but it obviously, there we go. I think it's for the head. You can actually adjust tightness of different bolts on the bike. I mean, that's neat. I really like that. So there you go. It's been about 5-10 minutes since we put the lube on, so I'm now going to clean it off. So do what we did before. I'm going to use a number of different rags. So the idea is to run the chain through as many times as possible to get as much gunk off. Look at that. Okay, grab a clean rag and we'll start again. Make sure these wheels are nice and clean. Yeah. And just to finish it off, I might clean off the front cog here. There we go. Okay, so that's done. I think the other thing to do is just cycle up through the gears. Okay. And finally, I like to generally just give the frame a wipe down with some microfiber rags. You can get like a packet of about 25 of these off Amazon. I'll put the link up for you. They're really cheap and really effective. We just wash them. So I like to wash it down. Look, I haven't given this a really thorough cleaning today, but enough for you to understand how it all works. The reality is, when you've got a bike like this, use it, and when you use it, you're going to get it dirty. I'll never really get it absolutely, like back to pristine condition as far as keeping it clean is concerned. But you do have to do a bit of maintenance, especially the chain and the derailleur and so forth. I think that's the most important area. Brakes as well. Oh, one other little comment. Always keep lubricants and solvents away from the rotor and the brake pads, because it can stuff up the brake pads like that, and before you know it, the brakes aren't working. So that's just another thing to remember. I might be fairly new to e-bikes, but I spent 40 years in the hydraulics and pneumatics industry. And these are pneumatic cylinders, and this is the rod, and that's the barrel. And what we have, these seals around here, we call them wiper seals. Now, they do a good job in respect to when these go up and down of keeping crap out of there. But I'm here to tell you, you get encrusted mud on here and you don't look after these and clean them up regularly, I can guarantee you that they will eventually do damage to those seals. And once that happens, well, over time you will lose the ability to function properly. So this is really critical. Seriously, more critical than you probably realise. So rub your hands up, see, I can just feel some. There we go. So they're very small little parts of dust and stuff. And what happens, they over time they become like cement and they really stick. So as I said, this is super critical as far as I'm concerned. The reality is, at some point in the future, after many hundreds, I hope thousands of kilometres, I will have to do some maintenance on these. But the more you look after them like this, the longer they'll last. This is just as important for the back as well as the front. That one's not bad. Yep. I can't feel anything on it, but as I said, just because it's smaller, yeah, it has the same problems. So these wiper seals and these wiper seals, as good as they are, will eventually be damaged by the small particles you can get on there. As I said, very important. Anyway, I think that'll do us today with the maintenance. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'll see you later.